Hello and good morning. I thought I'd take the dogs a different way today. This way is a little bit more under the trees. I thought I better enjoy it while I can because those spruce bud worms are probably gonna come out soon, and you don't want to walk under a tree when they're doing their thing because you will be covered in worms. I know that everywhere in the world has their thing, their season of insect mayhem. I remember one time I was finishing my university in Montreal, and I was staying at the University of Montreal dorms, and they were these tiny little cubicles, really, where you had a tiny bed on one side of the room, and then everything else on the other side of the room, and then a window. I was lucky enough, at least, for that, on the one side and a door on the other. So it was, if you've been to Montreal in the summer, whoa, hang on, the dog saw something. What did you see? Oh, Tilly, hang on. I don't know what they saw. I just hope it's not a porcupine. I did smell a skunk the other day, but it's not really such a big deal if they get skunked around here because they're outside dogs, so we don't really have to live with the aftermath. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Anyway, so every part of the world has their insect season, and every part of the world has a different insect, and it's not always the same every year. So anyway, I was in my dorm at the University of Montreal, and you had to leave the window open. It had a screen, but the screen didn't fit properly because it was like 1 billion degrees. And to make matters worse, the bed was covered in plastic too, so you slept in your own sweat. I guess it was like training for perimenopause, hot flashes, night sweats, all the things. Anyway, there were these huge moths that I was unaware of until one night. I was sleeping on my plastic bed and covered by just a sheet because it was bloody hot and the window was wide open. And all of a sudden I felt this huge, not little, huge flutter on my back, and I never jumped out of bed so fast in my life. What the hell was that? It was a giant moth. And it just decided it was going to share the bed with me. I don't know how it got in there. I don't know why, but it freaked me out and I killed it dead. Oh, yeah, so I don't remember another time we were at La Ronde, which is a big amusement park. Oops, there we go. Big amusement park on, I can't remember the name of that island. It's that man-made island that they made, I think, when they were digging out the subways. But anyway, so we're at this amusement park, and it was like a grade 8 field trip. And there were, I don't know, they might have actually been moths again this time, but smaller, but billions and billions and billions of them. So you didn't dare go down the roller coaster and go, ah, because you'd have eaten like 100 of them. Crazy. Anyway, so around here, the big insect event of the year is those spruce bud worms, and here she comes. Hey. Oh, she smells okay. That's good. No quills, no smells. Oh, she's worked up. Yeah, she's having a good time. So every June I think, maybe we won't get the worms this year. It's so nice. The trees look so healthy. And then probably in about a week from now, I'll be like, oh, here they are. And then they just like chew up the tips of all of the brand new spruce tips and stunt the tree. And it doesn't seem to be killing the trees. They just don't look super happy. And it makes finding a Christmas tree in December a little more challenging. Hey, okay. I'm also glad to see Charlie doesn't have any quills. On the subject of Charlie, my husband and I have been discussing it, and he's just not ready. So right or wrong, and hopefully not wrong. We're gonna hang on to Charlie because we love you and he loves us, and learn to, you know, tread lightly, and hopefully, I mean, eventually something's gonna happen. Probably it'll be an event where he gets injured and we can't take him to the vet, and then we'll have to deal with it. But until then, you're gonna live your best life. Hey, buddy? Right or wrong? I think that's what's happening. All right. Oh, yeah. I also have to say that a pivotal moment has come to pass. And that is the moment when I stop making tea in the morning and I start making mint water. I think we've got just enough mint growth. Come on, bud. To do this. So I got a new pitcher this year, and all I do is fill it up with water, throw a few mint leaves or whatever other infusions I want. Sometimes it's cucumber, sometimes it's hibiscus, sometimes it's citrus, and then everybody drinks. So it's like the human water trough, and actually it works pretty great getting the kids to drink more water and to drink room temperature water, which is far healthier for your digestion than cold water. But for some reason, the kids seem to think they need cold water all the time. They actually no longer have access to ice cubes, not because I think I'm teaching them a lesson about cold water, but because I'm teaching them a lesson about filling up the darn ice cube trays. They never do. They just put them back in the freezer empty. I figure, well, if they're empty, I guess they can go in the cupboard. And nobody's figured out how to take them out of the cupboard, put water in them, and make ice cubes. So, well, a learning opportunity for all. Right, I'm gonna say hi to the horses and then I'm off to work. Well, I got home a little earlier than anticipated from work, so I unloaded another couple months of chicken feed, and now I'm working at doing a bit of hoeing in the garden as it's not raining at the moment. There's a few sections I want to tackle, and then, yeah, just enjoy being out here. That looks better. One section done. Probably like 25 more to go, but we won't concentrate on that. We're going to focus on what is done. Oh, this is exciting. There's a cucumber. And wait, I saw it. There it is. Another cucumber. And a few more. I was wondering if these garden divas were ever going to come up. And then, oh, it's kind of walked on. Chicken, that's the chicken barrier. So we can get the wind in, but keep the birds out. But they wish they were here right now. The bleeding hearts look amazing. They always make me feel like I'm in music class and I go like this. And beautiful tinkling sounds. This ground was disturbed last year, and as a result, even though I've sown grass, we have an abundance of lamb's quarters, which are conveniently edible. So I'll be sauteing some of these for supper. It'll likely rain later, but right now it's absolutely too beautiful of an evening to stay inside. I'll go in later, I'll do some knitting, but I'll feel like I earned it because I'm enjoying nature right now. Just check that cattle guard. I want to show you what I'm wearing on my feet. Those are my earthing shoes. I hope you can see them. They are shoes that they have zero arch support, so don't expect that, but They're like a leathery type sole, and they bend and curve with the earth, and so it's like walking barefoot but without the pain. And it's very comfortable actually, especially if you're on a grassy surface. And they are earthing shoes, so they have like a copper rivet in the bottom, which brings up the electrons from the earth and balances your body out the way nature intended. I know earthing's kind of big news right now. We got Charlie walking into me here. There. It is big news. They say earthing has all kinds of benefits. Like you can sleep better. Ugh. I don't know whose hair I just ate. You can sleep better. It really relieves pain. It helps you to focus. It makes your brain less monkeyed-like. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. I just like them. I mean, I like all of those benefits. They sound great. But I like them because I really feel like I'm on the earth here with these without the pain of actually going barefoot. So I love them. They're not waterproof, so I can't wear them when it's raining, but the ground is pretty dry right now. Oh, can you hear that? That's a bull. I'll play a bull sound so that if you haven't ever heard one before, it's probably not what you expect. Anyway, last month, no, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I did a speech at the Farm Women's Conference, and I talked a little bit about earthing, and I was able to give everyone at the conference, I think I'm done getting hairs in my face for now. I was able to give everyone at the conference a 15% discount code for a company called Earthing Harmony, who make the shoes I'm wearing right now. And I will share that same code with you. So if you're interested in any of the things that they sell, like mattress covers, I have a mattress cover, or I have a desk pad. So I put my keyboard on it and my mouse, and just know that maybe the computer isn't doing quite as much bad as it normally would. Yeah, so I use all that stuff. I think it's wonderful. Certainly doesn't hurt. It's a good deal. So if you're interested, it could be a good deal for you too. There's the beautiful summer sky, and there's the very blue and very wet looking clouds off in the distance. And it's exactly the direction the wind's blowing, so let's enjoy the sun. So let's talk books. I love reading. It is my happy place. I know some people can read and knit at the same time, and I do aspire to do that. I can kind of do it, but not to a point where I'm like really relaxed while I do it. Can you read and knit? Kudos if you can, that's amazing. Sometimes I can knit and walk if it's like a really, really easy pattern, but reading and knitting is still a bit more of a challenge. Anyway, I am currently, well, you know that I'm reading a book for book club. We don't need to go over that again, but for fun, I like to read fiction. And it's funny, in high school, I abhorred fiction. I would never read it because I thought, how could I possibly learn anything from fiction? It's just made up stuff. Oh, how wrong I was. Fiction is the best. And yes, you can learn a lot from fiction, especially if you like historical fiction. So what I'm reading right now is not technically historical fiction, but there's definitely some history in there. And I have loved and savored every word. I got the recommendation from Paula from Stitched by Mrs. D. And she's a big reader, and she read this series. And she said, don't go too fast. even though it's really good. So I took her advice and I read very, very slowly. And I really tried to just marinate in each of the 7 stories that are in this series. I'm currently on the 7th one, the last one. Oh, the series, I didn't tell you what it is. The 7 Sisters by Lucinda Riley. So, yes, I'm on the last book. It's actually not written by Lucinda because she sadly passed away. It was written by her son, Harry Whitaker. But Harry knew how his mom wanted the series to end and how she'd woven the character in the last book into all of the other books. So, yeah, it's wonderful. But it's also coming to an end. I think I'm probably 3/4 of the way done now, which means I'm looking for my next best read. I have been listening to a great podcast called BBC Goodreads, and I have drawn some inspiration from there in the past, but there's nothing on my list at the moment. And so I'm asking you, dear viewer, what do you recommend? What have you been enjoying lately? What do you think my next read should be? I'd love to hear from you because I know you're book people too. That's why we are part of this community. We like the same things. I hope you're not getting too dizzy from this crazy walk through the wilderness. Yeah, so let me know what I should read next. And I think that's where I'll leave it for today. So, have a great night, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.